First of all, I'll give you a brief on the Talent Acquisition Leadership League. The TA Leader League is an initiative which is specially designed for the TA leaders, helping them take recruitment to a totally next level. This leads a combination of a bunch of activities like the one that you are currently on, a masterclass, a newsletter, hangouts, half-day events, awards, and thereon. Just to give a little brief on the webinar for today, it will revolve around innovative ways to engage and groom students, offer jobs, but I'm a part of the organization. So I'm sure it's going to be an engaging session by Preeti. A little about our today's speaker. Preeti has over 14 years of experience of hiring for the IT industry. Prior to her current, she was the HR head for the R&D unit of the TCS, and prior to that, she was the talent management head of TCS Chennai. Currently leads the development and deployment activities for the campus commune portal for TCS. The sponsor for today for helping us make this program possible is People Strong. We have time for you to ask your questions at the end of the webinar. For those watching the webinar live, you sure can send your questions at any time during the presentation to the Q&A session. We will try to respond to as many questions as time allows. We have an exciting agenda for the webinar today. Preeti, over to you, and without any further delay, I'll hand over the mic to Preeti now. Over to you, Preeti.
Hi, Savita. Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible.
Absolutely, Preeti.
Great. I'll just put on screen before we start. Okay. So thanks and good morning to all. Thank you really for joining this session, and thanks, Savita, for the opportunity. I'll just start with the first slide, which gives some basic facts about TCS. Just to reiterate, just to give you a glimpse of our scale of operations, especially the recruitment operations, that I want to highlight here. We are the second largest IT services organization in the world in terms of market capitalization. As of March 2014, we were over $13 billion in revenue. We employ over 300,000 people across the world. And the last point, which gives you a scale of our recruitment, we hire about 55,000 employees on average across the globe year on year, and this has been the trend for the last 3 years. Moving on to the next slide. This slide is basically to give you a context on why we conceptualized Campus Commune. What was the need, the business context for a portal like that? So we have challenges from a business perspective that all of us know that there is intense war for talent at the campus. Year on year, it seems to be getting stiffer and stiffer. And every company is doing its bit to, really attract the top students from the institutes and, trying to get them to accept the offers and join. Another challenge that we find is the new generation has a lot of aspirations. They are very clear on what line they want to work on, what technology, what they want to work on, and so on. And it's difficult for an organization of this scale to actually match those aspirations after these people join. And again, the next context is, even when we are having the best of talent from the campus, we feel that the time that it's there or available between the time we offer them and the time they join us, which is a very good 6 months plus, can be utilized to hone and sharpen their skills and make them more industry ready before they join. And last but definitely not the least, what we felt is it is important when we're looking at an engagement model, it is important to be relevant to the new generation, which is very connected in terms of social media, which is spoiled for choices. They are always looking for instant rewards and recognition, are very clear on what they want to do very often. I mean, they have a lot of options. So this is the basic context that led to the birth of Campus Commune. Now, what is Campus Commune? It is a student platform built on Web 2.0 technology. It's a social platform for students where it is an opportunity for the student community to interact with the industry, basically TCS. So this provides a platform for people to connect with the subject matter experts in TCS. Each of the business units in TCS has its own community and Campus Commune, through which they brand the career opportunities that they have. They post challenges, they post blogs, they post contests, which generates a lot of interest among the student community. And this is one good way of actually engaging them, making them aware of the opportunities in the company in each of the business areas or technology areas, and also get them a little interested and sharpen their skills and actually identify top talent in each of these areas. What this platform enables you to do is the business units can directly connect with the students. The students get an opportunity to connect with the top faculty from across the world that we bring on to Campus Commune. We actually have the option or the feature to have discussion threads from faculty, discussion threads from the business leaders in TCS, and any other subject matter expertise can come onto the platform. One of the biggest advantages we thought of this platform is actually it creates digital footprints of a candidate. So today, when a candidate can join Campus Commune on day one that he or she joins college, and as all of us know, the recruitment cycle typically for an engineering college happens towards 7th semester. So that's a good 3 years that the person spent on Campus Commune. He or she would participate in blogs, in discussion threads, would participate in contests hosted by various communities. He or she is actually leaving a digital footprint, which to us at the time of interview is a clear indication as to what is the interest of this person based on his or her participation in Campus Commune. So this is, and many of the assessments that we do or the contests that we do are simulation-based, completely gamified. So this is basically breaking boundaries of learning and connecting the academia and TCS in a very seamless manner. Just to give you some insights into what is the scale of Campus Commune today, we have as of March 2014, we had 380,000 students engaged on Campus Commune. Now, as we speak in the Q1, we have already crossed 390,000. We are close to the 4 lakh mark. We engage over 1,000 plus institutions in this portal, students from so many colleges. And how we engage with them is what you see at the bottom. We have
there is a fire alarm in the building. Do not panic. Please wait for...
I'm sorry about that. There was a fire alarm, so let me just continue. But that was a false alarm. So we have several communities. The students have the flexibility to start their own communities, and we have over 700 communities today. Most of it is started by the students. The portal gives you the feature to post challenges, opinion polls. We have Just Ask, where students can just post questions and which can be answered by email, just like any other social networking platform. We have blogs, discussion threads, and we have used this portal to actually host a whole lot of contests and challenges, which have actually generated a whole lot of interest among the student community. And in fact, it has been a very successful way that we have increased the participation and excitement about Campus Commune. I hope you don't have questions till now. So The next is, this would just give you a glimpse of what a different contest that we have hosted. So testimony was a testing practice, hosted challenge. Basically, it was trying to look at the top testers from the student community. So it was a challenge that we had, more than 13,000 registrations. Students participated enthusiastically. And CodeVita has been our biggest flagship contest. Last year, it was a season 2 of CodeVita, saw over 130,000 registrations of the coders from the student community. We had 3 rounds of filtration, from which we had top 10 teams coming for a grand finale. And it was a very, very good contest, and we, this has actually helped us spot some of the brightest coding talent in the country. We have made offers of employment to the top 3 teams, and even followed with internships for the next few top teams. This was a management contest that we threw open to the premier Cat1 community in India. And it was a very successful launch last year with over 700 registrations. This was done in partnership with manufacturing unit last year, and this year there are more business units who are actually partnering with us to participate in Casewith. Enginex was sponsored by the Engineering and Industrial Services Business Unit. So that was a very successful competition, which actually gave a good opportunity for EIS, our Engineering and Industrial Services Unit, to create awareness of students as to what are the kind of exciting opportunities that are available in their group. So they hosted this contest where students came up with very interesting models, and we had over 15,000 registrations, and again, the top 5 teams were asked to create their models and showcase it in one of the TCS offices. And yes, we again, some of these top talent, we make the pre-placement offers to them, as well as the next 3 or 4 teams get internship offers from TCS. Mobile was a mobility contest, a contest thrown open to students to come up with their own mobile apps. This year we rechristened this as Mobile, and we had over 32,000 registrations for this contest, which just concluded successfully about a month back. So these are some of the contests that have been very, very successful on this platform. This has enabled us to create awareness on, say, testing, opportunities and career paths in TCS, mobile apps, Enginex, of course, spot the best coding talent. And these have all been appreciated very highly. Now, I was telling you earlier about how we can actually look at or track the digital footprint of a candidate over the last 3 years or 4 years through Campus Commune. This is a snapshot of how we, during our digital interview process, we are a completely paperless recruitment process that we have. So in our interview evaluation form, during interview, the panelist gets to see the Campus Commune participation details of the candidate. So as you can see in this picture, this candidate has, has participated in testimony, the assurance contest, the CodeVita percentile. This candidate has also participated in CodeVita, and so on. Okay, so this gives a good picture rather than making a decision of hiring in about 20 minutes or 40 minutes of interview. This is giving us a complete picture of the aspirations of the students.
Has been inspected and is found to be false. You are requested to resume your normal work. I repeat, the fire alarm in Tower 4 first floor has been inspected and is found to be false. You are requested to resume normal work. Thank you.
Sorry about continuing. So I told about the learning. Okay, so the learning also that we have embarked on in the Campus Commune portal. How do we get our students offered by us more industry ready. The first part that I spoke to you about was all the pre-offer engagement. I mean, engagement that is, done with the general student community. Now we are going to specifically to the engagement that we do once the students are offered by TCS. How do we make them more industry ready? So we have created 2 modules within Campus Commune, which is accessible to the TCS offered students. So last year we made 25,000 offers, and all the students today are on these modules, Aspire and Language Lounge. So these are completely gamified learning platforms where the student goes, learns content, takes quizzes and challenges in a fun way. It is just like how you do Angry Birds. You do, first round of, challenge, and then you unlock the next challenge and you go on. And as you go, you earn miles and points. You earn badges. And the leaderboards are very transparent. So this portal gives you leaderboards. You can exactly know where you stand vis-a-vis your peers. Okay, so vis-a-vis the other 24,000 odd students who have also been hired by TCS. So this gives, a lot of visibility to students who are doing well. So catering completely to the Gen Y or the latest generation interest. So I request Dilip just after this to give you a live demo of our Aspire and Language Lounge modules. In fact, the Language Lounge module is something that we have filed a patent for, and it's a one-off kind of a platform and tool that is on. In some, what we are trying to do is we are you're trying to spot talent. So Campus Commune, the way it has evolved. Originally, when we conceived Campus Commune, it started our community to engage with post-offer students. But today, we have really realized the potential of Campus Commune and continuing to realize it because it's a beautiful platform where we can actually reach out to the student community, spot talent there, map those talent to the interested business units. So we foresee a situation where probably this could be the future of hiring, okay, a few years down the line. Rather than doing a test and an interview, maybe the business units would be able to identify these are the set of students that I actually want to hire into my unit. Because these are those who have the orientation, the inclination towards my business and the opportunities here, and they're doing well. So this is, the platform that we use for identification, mapping of talent, getting them more industry ready, and join them with, a good mind share. So with that, I come to the end of my presentation. And Savita, do I questions now? Or can we pass it on to Dilip and then take questions?
Sure. We can pass it on to Dilip and then take the questions.
Yes, sure.
Thank you, Preeti. We have Dilip sharing his screen to run through, the Campus Commune, what they do at TCS. I request you all to please drop in your questions in the Q&A tab. We have received a couple of them in our chat section. It would be great if you could send them in the Q&A tab. Thank you. Dilip, over to you.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, all. Just to continue from where Preeti left off, what you see is the home screen of the Campus Commune portal. So this is the space, is the catchment area where we get all people to come in. And these are the activity areas that we were talking of, the discussion boards, the blogs, Just Ask, Moot Court, Voice Your Opinion, Spectrum, Challenges. And in case we have contests, the contests also get flashed onto these banners. And what I have here are all the spaces that we have created, exclusive for students who belong to the offered category. And they get to be in any of these. Okay. Can anyone stop?
Yes, Dilip.
Yeah. Okay, I think there's someone who is lagging behind, I guess. She's not able to see the desktop. I just wait for 2 minutes. But this is the home screen where you have the complete catchment space. And progressively, I'll be focusing more on the areas where we've implemented gamification, the Aspire and the Language Lounge spaces. A few other screens that would actually show you some activity centers Now this is the Spectrum page where we upload a lot of documents for students to download and then get an understanding of this. Now these are some process documents explained to people. Likewise, you have a lot of other campus leads who post up things on general interest other spaces. So that is how the Spectrum space is utilized. So I've just highlighted one activity center so that you can get a glimpse of what exactly is indoor within each activity centers. Now the other strength of the platform are something called as communities. Now Preeti had about various business units of TCS coming in and engaging with students. What you're seeing now is basically the infrastructure services community. Now this community has all the students who are offered. Apart from it, has just started, let's say 6 months back, and it has already attracted 6,000 plus students. It has helped the infrastructure services unit to brand what exactly they're into, kind of clear some misconceptions people have saying that infrastructure services is a call center kind of job. So they actually are able to showcase some of their things. They were able to conduct many contests and quizzes within this particular community to kind of educate students about what is indoor in the infrastructure services career. So these are the community catchment space. So we have multiple communities here. Your communities on industry, your communities created, some communities created by students also. And then certain communities very specific to colleges, like what you see here. So these are quite specific communities where the engagement, where TCSers, the alumni, college faculty, all of them can congregate and then use the activity centers to keep the engagement going. So that happens in these college communities. This is the Aspire space. Now this is the learning environment which we have, where we had students coming in and taking up the course outlined. So these are the preparatory courses that would help them, irrespective of a branch they've graduated from, to kind of come understand the fundamental requisites of taking up a software career and meeting demands that the organization places on any engineer coming into the organization. So what happens through these kind of course orientation, people get to understand the concepts well. They're able to, they don't need that initial foundation levels in the training space. So the training is also a little elevated, and the overall readiness of the person when he comes, joins, finishes training with respect to meeting client requirements is far better. So this is learning space. I'll just show you some of the elements that we had in terms of gamification. This is the live leaderboard that you have. Right now, the leaderboard where we have 13,000 students on the Aspire course, and these are the top 200 who are listed. So this is how we are, in a glance, I'm able to understand who has actually done well in these courses. And it then gives sense of transparency to the whole process, because some of our batching criteria would involve the performance of students on these particular courses. So this is in a way in which we have gamified the whole engagement. So people can also be getting badges. So some of the badges are given out for students when they attempt a particular quiz and answer all questions correctly, so on and so forth. All aimed kind of drive a culture of excellence, and the competition event that this particular framework brings in kind of keeps the learning less monotonous and more interesting, and that the keenness that Gen Y generation generally has in terms of trying to get themselves elevated to position where they are recognized. We play on that particular element to kind of make sure that the learning happens as a consequence. So this is people who have finished the Aspire courses. They are now, that is the foundation that you saw. Now there is an elevation wherein they are given access to certain streams that they would be joining in. Like for instance, you had something called as a .NET launch, where students joining TCS initial learning program would be trained on MS.NET skills, and they are the ones who take up this particular course. So they actually get to learn completely about .NET, understand the fundamentals there, so that they are able to come in and start on day one with respect to some more little advanced concepts in .NET rather than starting from the foundation. So that was tech spaces. Now this is the language launch module that we spoke about. This is a space which we have actually used the faculty internal to TCS. So they are the business skills faculty who have come in. They put in content these multiple spaces which come under connect, collaborate, and play. So the entire engagement is all about trying to make this people present people with multiple scenarios and context and make them write in term comments, make them write in terms of posting a blog, or make them participate in debates, discussions, wherein we get a clear insight as to how well these people are able to communicate and present themselves or present their thoughts on the construct given. And that is in a way helping the business faculty to understand the incoming crowd. So they can then accordingly customize a training program because they know what's the baseline coming in. And we support all of this with real-time analytics back to them. And they're able to get that deep insight as to what people have been doing on this particular space. Now, I just show you some of the badges that we have evolved here. So these are badges which drive a lot of people to perform more activities. Like for instance, these badges which you see here are all directed against people asking questions. So when you ask 20 questions which are approved by the moderator, you actually get this particular badge of Tenali Raman. So these themes that the language faculty came up with, and we have implemented, and this kind of drives the participation because the leaderboard that you see here will actually show you the badges won by students as well as some of the activities that they have done. So the miles they have earned, the recent badges that they won, these are things that kind of make people continuously participate. I've actually learned as the administrator, so you have not seen the portion that we patented. Generally, all users get a language meter, so it's a proficiency meter that you get. Now, this was a meter that we actually patented, wherein the meter is a complete real-time diagnostic as to how well you've been performing and navigating through the levels in terms of the miles you've earned, in terms of the quality of your content that you've posted. All that's factored onto that language meter, and then you're able to know for yourself as to where you stand, and whatever you do gets passed on as analytics to the faculty team. So this is what in terms of engaging. Now that we've built this elaborate construct for language enhancement, we've used the same this thing for very specific engagements too. Like for instance, you have a small group of joinees who are coming in from, let's say, AMs, joining very specific business units. We have leveraged this construct for driving engagement likewise. What you're seeing here, basically the construct put out for all incoming HR faculties, HR associates for this year. This particular training is called Pit Stop, and you have the entire engagement for them revolving around these places. Just to show how these activity centers look. Okay, a little slow. So I think this is what I wanted to showcase on the whole in terms of what exactly happens in the Campus Commune portal. Now, this is the great page that you're seeing in the Pit Stop thing, wherein you are able to get people to come talk about various aspects of HR, make them go through things. The entire thing is themed on the Formula 1, as it is called Pit Stop. So you have the entire engagement getting spanned. People have tasks here neatly specified. So even in language learns, you are asked to do this. You have a set of tasks. You come in, you take up one task, one after the other, finish it, and then you go through the engagement. In the process, what happens through this prescribed task journey is you consume the content that is put out there, and you're also able to bring out and articulate yourself well, which then drives the engagement. And the quality is again supplemented to badges and the leaderboard. So this was a very short presentation of what I had to say with regards to what we've built on the platform so far. Further enhancements are still on way, but this is what we have at hand right now. I'm done with it.
Thank you so much. It's something which I think every organization would love to have in their campus community as well. To both Preeti and Lily, we have a few questions, and we are a little overboard of time, but we'll take say about two questions if we can right now. So to just start off with them, one is from Rashi. She wants to know what are the major challenges in going social for engaging campus.
Okay.
Preeti, go ahead. I think.
Am I audible? Yeah.
Absolutely, please come.
Okay, great. Savita, okay, some of the challenges that are involved is, one is getting this content onto the portal. Okay, what excites students, what will catch the attention of students, and what will sustain it. So one is getting interesting content and renewing it, replacing it, on a regular basis, because today's generation doesn't have patience for stuff that they have already seen. They are well connected, well aware. So what we really did initially, our teething problems were getting the business communities to actually come in and take ownership for the content. So that was obviously any business unit would want to see the the ROI, okay, for the effort that is going to be put in. But once we started off and people really started seeing value of the connect they were establishing directly with this vibrant community and the visibility that they were gaining, that spoke for it. And today we have several business units who are very active on Campus Commune, and this is one of the challenges that we have had. Second is obviously it requires, Dilip may want to answer that, the kind of the attention that it requires. There will be a lot of discussion threads, there will be a lot of discussion boards and things that students themselves will initiate. One is having a governance mechanism to ensure that we keep it very professional and not encourage things that are completely out of the relevance of a professional context to be there. Dilip, do you want to add to that?
Yeah. Sure, Bhakti. Yeah, governance challenges are plenty. You have a community which thinks getting access, they can post anything they want. So that is a little tough, wherein we have to weed out comments which are not in line with the organization, or certain comments which are totally way off with regards to this. So we have a team that also looks at the entire portal content in terms of health and governance, and there are workflows built in. So anything that gets created by students goes through a workflow. So it is tedious. Yes, we have to work a little long with the kind of approvals we get. We are currently averaging between 300 to 400 approvals a day, and we clear it within a period of 6 hours is what we take to clear them off. But that's how we kind of have to put in kind of efforts to ensure that the portal stays clean and stays relevant, because it's very easy for a few posts to kind of totally digress the purpose and the context, and that's where you have to work a lot to kind of stay within the context.
Answer your question?
Absolutely. In fact, I know we are over time, but there's a follow-up question to this. When you mentioned about you will need a team to actually look at what the feedback or what the work the students are doing, is it important to have a social media policy for initiatives like these? Preeti?
Yeah, so, yes, we do have a social media policy within the organization, but again, this community being owned by TCS, some of those will lie, but you cannot really restrain or restrict students from having their free thoughts and expressions coming onto campus portal. And we do allow that, Savita, to a large extent, unless, like Dilip said, if it really goes over certain boundaries, where we do have certain rules that say these things are allowed, these kind of discussions in these areas are not allowed. So we do have, Dilip, do we have a published policy in the portal itself?
No, it is there.
Yeah.
The terms and conditions as well as the Campus Commune usage policy would talk of areas where we do not allow people to converse on gender, politics, religion, hate, violence, or anything that is controversial. We do not allow it. And we try to keep a neutral tone. We do not show us aligning to any views. Though there are certain things we know socially it is correct, but we still don't put onto the platform. The focus of the entire engagement is imparting information so that the entire construct evolves to be a knowledge-based ecosystem. And that's the framework with which we started the whole engagement. And we try to ensure that there is dissemination of information leading to knowledge and value creation for everyone. And that is the focus which drives the whole engagement on the platform too.
One more thing, Savita, I know we are short on time. One of the things that is absolutely essential for this success of a platform like this is coming from leadership. And one thing, over a period that we have accomplished is leadership commitment on an average about an hour, in a week. It's the kind of time that the leadership of each of these business units actually hosting communities in Campus Commune have to put in. And they see value, and that's what is driving them to do that.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much, Preeti and Dilip. I have a few more questions that are coming up, but I think, we have to, we have still time already, so we'll have to, unfortunately, curb this discussion right here. With this session, we'll have to wrap up today's masterclass. Once again, thank you very much, People Strong, for being the partner for our webinar this morning. And finally, definitely, not to forget, Preeti and Dilip, thank you very much. You have been very crisp, and it's a very vast information that you shared in these 30 minutes. Very informative, and I'm sure there are a lot of questions that are going to come to you. So in case there are, we'll be happy to connect them to you if you'd like. With this, I'd like to thank everybody who has been a great audience today for participating, and we'll come back to many such more. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.